Y'all. Welcome back to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Married to Medicine, Season 8, Episode 16. But before we start, tell them what to do.
Smash that thumbs up button, and it's your boy Didi, and smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Didi.
Boy, and now they know I got one now.
Okay, take your phone with you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh.
All right, y'all, let's get going tonight.
We be so amped at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my goodness, and I am like so ready to fall asleep.
Ooh.
Okay, so the episode starts off with Quad and Heavenly at the bar. Okay, so Neela comes up to them and she's like, "Drinks on me." So what they show us is prior to coming to the bar, she went to the desk and got Lisa Nicole's phone number, and she finna run the tab for $600. She's like, "You gonna pay me one way or the other. You ain't gonna pay me there. You gonna pay me with this drinks, because we finna drink $600 up on you."
You know what? I'm liking Anila more and more every week. That was a good one. Because clearly she didn't get her money. She sent the invoice. Like we all know in this day and age, you can slide that money over the Cash App, right? 1, 2, 3. It ain't no, you got the invoice. We already had a conversation. What am I supposed to do? Keep asking you?
She was like,
"Drinks on you. Drinks on you."
Baby, they was ordering bottles and everything.
That's a fun group.
Yeah, it is. Meanwhile, they show Lisa Nicole and Toya back at the room.
Boring.
But she over there talking stuff about Neela, talking about she ain't seen Neela having fun since she got there. Meanwhile, they at the bar.
She should have been at the bar. They look like they was having a good old time over there. She's only been there one day. She only been there one day. What are you talking about?
She's so negative when it comes to Anila. She's so jealous of her because Anila gets along better with everybody else.
And everybody?
Everybody but her. Also, we see Contessa in the car with Heavenly, and she asked Heavenly, did she know the scout was coming? And Heavenly like, "Yeah, I heard he might be coming through, And she's like, when he find out the reason why they invited him there, he gonna explode. She say, "Y'all might feel it, but she definitely gonna feel it." I'm like, that sounds like he a little undercover Ike or something. Like,
he's probably mean.
He's definitely. I don't know what she said like that make you think that he act one way in front of y'all, and then when we behind closed doors.
Look here, I feel like if I ambush my man, that I might be afraid what's gonna happen.
It definitely wasn't
That's
a good
not
idea.
A good look. Like
it wasn't a good look.
There's no other way to feel except for he gonna snap when he get here.
Right. So she shouldn't even allow them to do that. I would have.
No.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know why she thought that was a good idea.
Right, especially your man. You know what I'm saying? She should have been like,
I don't know no man except for maybe Eugene that would put up with any of that.
Right. So they separate into two groups. You got Simone, Jackie, Anila, and it was supposed to be Quad, but Quad had the boo-boos because Quad had drunk up all that champagne and stuff.
Quad didn't miss nothing. That looked boring.
It was. And then the other girls. So Anila and them, they did a tour of the island on the golf court. The other girls, they went on a shrimp boat. I mean, I mean, if I was there, I mean,
I wouldn't want to
I
do
would
either one of
get on the
those.
shrimp boat, but
I
I
wouldn't want
want
to
to
do
see
either
the
one of
tour
those things.
too. But I'm like, how long was they there? They was there for a long time. Y'all didn't get to tour the island when you first got there. Like that was one of the events. That just seemed like something to me you would have did anyway.
First.
Yeah, yeah. And then anyway, it wasn't much going on with that. They caught some shrimp. They played with the stingrays. I
They
guess
caught the shrimp and then had to put it back. They couldn't even eat it.
don't know why they playing with stingrays. Y'all ain't learned from my boy the crocodile stingrays either. Okay. And for whatever reason, Carrie kept showing off her bathing suit that Heavenly thought was a Confederate.
We saw that already. She wore that suit already.
I don't know what that was about. That was boring. They said this was gonna be fun. They ain't had fun yet. Outside of Neil and them drinking them bottles. That was the only time it was fun.
Even that, well, I guess the resort was all right, but they didn't have nothing there to do either. Like, it wasn't I guess Jekyll Island doesn't have any entertainment, like restaurants and,
If they did, they didn't do it.
we didn't see it.
They gotta have some because they show Simone had her kids there. So
They always have these dinners like at the hotel, like private on the beach thing. They always have those same dinners, like,
So Jackie over there, they showed Jackie with Neela and Simone. Jackie basically tell Neela maybe it's time that she just throw the whole friendship away with her and Toya.
You think?
What we all been saying. Quit trying
Yeah.
to be a girlfriend. She ain't nobody friend.
She's not a friend. She's mean. And why would you want to
Yeah.
be her friend? You got fun with Quiet and Heavenly. I would just do that.
Yeah, just throw
Which
it away.
I would say that's the smartest thing she could have did. You know what I'm saying? She would, because if she would have stayed only under Toya, then she wouldn't have no friends on the show. Because when it started out, she was beefing with Contessa, based on that energy that, her piping up because of stuff that Toya told her. So, because she didn't know nothing about, none of them really. So ever since she dropped Quad and, start hanging out with the other ladies, she been a way better character because I wasn't really feeling her at first.
Simone say some smart shit, talking about the same way Jackie threw away their friendship. Simone don't let shit go either. But they did a little fake. Come on, if you want to fight, let's get it out. They wrestle. We all know.
They all on the people's manicured grass, wallowing around.
Wilding. Grown women. Okay. So finally, the men are here. The men arrive. Scott is in the room with Contessa, and Contessa asked him, didn't the men say why you were here? He like, shoot, they said we come down here to kick it. She like, okay.
Well, if they had told him the truth, he wouldn't have came.
Absolutely not.
Neither would I.
And one thing we know for sure, I kind of feel like Curtis was a little bit in the dark too. He wasn't really 100% told what was going on.
Of course not, because he wouldn't want any parts of that.
But Cecil knew 100%. Cecil, damn Cecil. Cecil said, I'm going to do this, but when I do this, I want some gifts.
I want, what do you say? I want an iPhone and a Mac Pro, a MacBook.
Cecil was all in. Because he gonna get paid for doing
I
this.
want a new Rolex. I'm not doing this for nothing, Dr. Simone.
Right. So they at the dinner, and Heavenly starts off by saying,
She got it started, didn't she? She didn't. They didn't even have food or nothing.
And then she like, I'm so glad you're here. And he like, okay, you glad I'm here? Okay.
This Dr. Damon wasn't having no parts of any of that.
No. And then she said she had some questions for him. And Cecil was like, can we get a drink first? Like, you just going straight.
Cecil, we know you want to get to the drink. Honestly, I would have needed a couple
I meant
drinks.
Curtis, my bad, Cecil. It just rolled off my tongue.
needed a couple drinks first before I start that conversation too.
Right. Come
I
on.
said, we have a conversation over salad?
Salad. Like you just don't like you ain't let them get
No, you still supposed to be at the
mean-
weather's nice here. This is what we did. So, Scott.
At hello. Come on. And the lady start piling on.
Firing at him.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about it was a dire need that they had this conversation. He like, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Not for nothing. I wouldn't have entered myself in that conversation as one of the ladies. I didn't see Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie was like she always do.
She already knew how Curtis felt about that. She wasn't finna get up in that. And she damn sure wouldn't have let them do Curtis like that.
No.
Anything.
No. Why would you?
Mm-mm. So Scott going to defense. He like, we communicate. She got me, I got her. You know, she ain't got to say nothing because she already know what it is. He go on the other side of the table, walk her out, and then they leave. He said, there ain't nobody here, no marriage counselor.
She said nothing, and he's absolutely right. Nobody there is a marriage counselor. We're not doing that. She didn't say nothing. She let these people ambush her husband, and then she had nothing to say.
Nothing. But I'm sorry.
But I'm sorry. What's she sorry for? Why are you sorry, girl?
You knew what was gonna happen. You already knew what's finna go down. So the men like, y'all put him on the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all attack him like that?
Like that. Over the salad. Jeez.
Oh my
He
goodness.
didn't even get to eat. Now he gotta go back and order room service.
So they going back and forth with the ladies trying to tell them how wrong they is. And then Simone like, it's the bro code. Well, then call me a bro.
Yeah, I'm a bro too. Because I didn't have nothing, I wouldn't want to be no parts of that.
Don't do me like that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Heavenly Mike would have got cussed out if it had been me.
Yeah. But I mean, how she gonna cuss people out? She let them set him up. She was in on it. You can't cuss nobody out now.
No. I mean, if I was Cecil and Heavenly came at me like that.
You mean Scott? Yeah.
Scott, why I keep putting Cecil into your Cecil?
Yeah, Cecil on the brain.
Heavenly would have caught it. Yeah.
Especially since Damon wasn't there. And then Heavenly likes to be like, the men are supposed to be talking to the women.
Now Cecil say, they tell them what Contessa had told him about the life coach situation with the girl, and he been talking to her for about 7 months. And Cecil like, now that life coach situation sounds a little shaky.
But again,
he ain't say none of that.
They weren't in on that part of the conversation. The men came in, they didn't notice the half of the conversation. They just knew, you know.
Yeah. They like, y'all still wrong, but I don't know about that. Yeah. Meanwhile, while they all conversating, the guys and the girls, Heavenly testing Contessa at the hotel. And then her and Quad nosy ass, they go leave to see what's going on at the hotel.
Now you're going in their room.
Y'all is doing and
the last place I want to be is somebody's room. While I know they arguing.
You know they arguing.
No, they fighting. I want to
You
go in
gonna
there.
go to the room. And Quad ain't no way in the hell when she was going through her thing with Dr. G would she had ever let anything like that go down.
Well, she went a whole season without saying anything. Had them all mad at her for not saying anything.
Yeah. And
she talked about Scott coming here with us.
Don't do that. Okay. So Toya, she at the table and she like, her husband said she looked amazing. She just like, anyway, let's get off of this. My husband said I look amazing in my pictures today. And Cecil said, was that him or his life coach?
One thing we do know, Eugene doesn't have a life coach. Toya is his life
So she
coach.
ain't got to worry about that. She ain't got to worry about that. So back in the room, the nosy girls, they didn't really went to the room. And then they went in the back with Contessa, but then they called Scott back there, like, come on, let's have a conversation.
And he went.
Like a fool. And they bring up the situation about the life coach and the situation about the daughter saying he got a girlfriend. And he say he won't talk to no female child. He was talking to Kevin Johnson. He made up a name, Kevin
Can I
Johnson.
speak to Kevin Johnson, please? He ain't there? That's what I thought. All right, then.
No, he ain't there.
He's the world's worst liar.
He said he was just saying that to piss her off.
Well, that worked. That wasn't going to
Yeah.
piss her off. That was hurtful. You did that to hurt her? No, you didn't. You got a girl you talking to.
Yeah, he definitely talked to a
Stop.
girl. He didn't came up with some stuff because he know how to make
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin
Kevin Johnson. Google that. That's where he found him. Google Kevin Johnson.
Kevin
Johnson, life coach.
Johnson.
Life coach.
Mm. So after they went back and forth a while, Scott leave up out of there, and then he basically put them out the room for the night. Meanwhile, Toy and them back at the table, and she say, if I'm not telling my husband about some man counseling me, and it's a secret, what kind of counseling am I getting?
She's right. She's right.
deep. That's what you get. 100%.
She's right. And nobody's husband is going for that. Including Scott. If Contessa was talking to some man for 6-7 months.
And it's a secret. Can't nobody know.
Nah, he wouldn't go for that. Nor
What
would he
kind of
go for
counseling is going down? You already
You know what it is. You know what it is.
So the next morning, Heavenly is telling Jackie what they did, and she said Scott did a Donald Trump. He said he was just playing with y'all. He didn't do that. He said
Jackie was like, y'all went to the room.
Right. Nosy asses. Woo. Carrie comes in the Toya room and see Carrie room was right next to Contessa and Scott. And she said she was woke up at 8 o'clock that morning by some screaming. And it was Contessa. And she was saying, why you asking for naked pictures? Why are all these women sending you naked pictures? And she said she could hear him denying everything. And like it just appeared. He don't know how I got there. So Scott,
I so hate it when that happens. I hate it when I open my phone and then boom, there's a random giggling that I didn't even ask for.
Oh Lord. So Scott, who was already a cheater, let it be known that
he's not a cheater,
but
he does have inappropriate relationships with women.
Yeah. He got a little fame, not a little chicks is coming at him. Because at this point, between him and Cecil like a toss-up. They one of the better looking husbands on the show.
Yeah.
So,
and these trifling chicks out
they
here.
coming.
Yeah.
And he was showing up unhappy last season. So it was like, oh yeah, let's get Dr. Scott.
Let's get in there. Yeah.
And so he feeding on the attention. So he asking everybody for naked pictures. Let me see. Sure. He enjoying himself right now. That's what's really going on.
Not for nothing. I guess, you same thing every day is the same thing every day. But I'm like, Contessa is stacked. Like every time she shows up, all you can do is be like, dang, that girl's body is just insane.
That means nothing.
No.
Because the picture of the girls, they could be looking like Humpty Dumpty. That's how dudes do.
Yeah, that's true.
He got all that at home. And you know, Precious and them could be sending him pictures and
And he
he,
didn't ask for it though.
yeah, well, you know, they just appear.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
goes
know.
down in the DM.
Mm-hmm. So let me see. Carrie said, could you imagine if it was Eugene? Toya said, Eugene would have been run up out that room. I've been throwing everything at him. We know.
I usually don't like to side with Toya, but right here we really on the same page. I'm not sure like what other conversation is supposed to happen after I find naked women pictures in the phone. Like, and then what am I supposed to do? Apologize, Contessa? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it be going down in that room. It definitely be going down.
Girl, it wouldn't be no phone. It'd be holes in the wall.
So right about now, Carrie and Toya nosy ass decide they gonna go to the room and check on Contessa. This time, Scott like, she in there, I'm out. Y'all ain't finna corner me no more.
All time.
Yeah,
Well, they were just fighting again. They were just fighting.
they were just fighting.
And now two other chicks show up.
And she at this point was really pissed because the producers was trying to get in the room and she shut them out too. So the only thing we got was audio because she didn't let nobody in the room. So at this point, she was really pissed, you know.
Rightfully so, I suppose.
Guys. And Curtis was like, look, they've been here for 2 days. They've been talking about it. They got her side of the story, so they amped up, you know.
Well, her side of the story is pretty juicy. Like, I mean, if we're gonna involve ourselves in somebody's business, God, you gave us a lot to work with.
Oh my goodness. Scott saying in his confessional, I mean, he may have responded to some of the pictures, but he ain't try to get to know the person. Like, would y'all leave me alone? I just say, hey, I like your titties, you know, but I ain't try to take her out on a date.
Well, I mean, it would be rude if he didn't. You send somebody a titty person's pictures, the least they could do is tell you how nice they are. Jeez.
Block don't work. The block don't work, huh? My wife is crazy. Block you. Block you. No. He on there responding like a fool. Lord. He said he ain't doing no more group conversation. The guys all agree, stay away from all of that.
Yeah, don't do that.
So they all packing now to go home because y'all didn't ruin the whole dang rest of the vacation. Once again, this was supposed to be big fun. Don't listen to Simone because ain't nothing been fun this whole time.
Simone doesn't know how to have fun. Simone is the definition of unfun.
This being messy probably is fun for Simone. She probably like to see messy.
And Cecil.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they sit
no.
back and drink
He said,
and talk
if you give me gifts, then
that's
I'll
what he
do
said.
it.
Yeah. And so Jackie asked Curtis, was it beneficial for them to come? And he like, heck no. Not after what just happened. No, we ain't even need. We could have stayed at home. I could have stayed at home.
And not for nothing, I really think Curtis is like, I don't really want to. This could possibly backfire, and then I get
back on him. He ain't trying to go
I get
back
some
there.
of the debris from the shit I did. I don't want to. Yeah, no, this wasn't fun.
See someone in the room talking to Simone. And he say, you know, sometimes people is not looking for answers. They just want to vent. True.
Meaning Contessa wanted to tell y'all, she didn't tell you to bring her husband down here.
She didn't say do all that. She
that.
just wanted to get it off her chest what she was going on.
Yeah.
So to fix it. You know what I'm saying?
They
So y'all
fix
was doing too much. They made it worse. They made it worse. You know, so and it's like that. You know, you had them one friends that they always complaining about their man and he ain't this and he ain't that. And they ain't going nowhere.
They're not going anywhere.
So that's what she was doing. She was just talking.
And I'm not about to tell anybody what's going on. Like that's, you know, as a person going through the drama, you don't want to then tell your people, and then you know you ain't going nowhere. Now they're all amped up.
They feeling some kind of way,
And
like
you got to talk about, oh, we're good. It's fine. Don't worry.
just like when he came in, they all looking at him like, this dude, you know,
Right.
like don't do that. Don't do that. Don't run and tell, like you said, and you know you ain't going nowhere. You already know you're not going nowhere.
She didn't even participate in that moment. So Contessa comes off so tough until that type of stuff's happening. And
somebody
then,
said that. Who said that? Qua said that.
she's a tough girl until he says.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he don't even give her a chance to respond. He tell her, we're good. You know it. I got you. You got me. And that's that. They like, well, she didn't say nothing. She don't have to.
She ain't got to.
Yeah, let's go. Done. We're not hungry anymore.
And she said, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It was like, I'm sorry.
Now, she sat there in the beginning and damn near slung Anila's mama across that table.
It be like that though. Doesn't it be the opposite?
Lost it
with
on
that
man. Already.
Yeah. That's because she got to get the frustration. She ain't in control at home. So when she get on these streets, she's over aggressive.
But she should probably avoid being aggressive with the senior citizens now, Contessa. Jeez.
Stick with Toya. Use that on her.
Yeah, Toya can handle it. Yeah. Toya fights back.
So they getting ready to pack up. They getting ready to go. Lisa Nicole gets to sign out her room, pay her bill, and she got a $600 charge on her thing. And Toya,
I was like, they were going home from the vacation. Anila and Quad were dressed like they was going to a ball, and Toya. Jackie and the rest of them had on like leggings, tennis shoes, and I was like, well, that's how I normally look when I leave vacation. I don't usually go home.
But like you said in the other video, it's COVID and they've been wanting to wear them outfits. So
that was like when I leave this hotel, that dress Anita had on was cute, but I was like, are you wasting that on the bus ride home?
Mm-hmm. They ain't do nothing else.
Nothing.
So hell, she might as well put it on.
Lisa Nicole got that bill. She don't even drink. He was like, do you want to put that $600 on another card? She was like, what?
What's 600? So they figured out it was Toya was like, I know who did it. She went and go grab Anila because once again, you putting your hands on her.
You haven't said nothing to Anila this whole time. Now you want to go.
Come on. So Lisa Nicole say, you know what you did is against the law. So are either you gonna pay for it or you gonna go to jail. And then Toya is standing there because Anila was like, I ain't do that. I ain't paying for nothing. She walk away and Toya blocks her. Like they all stand around her like they ready to jump Anila or whatever.
Anila was like, I sent you an invoice. You ain't give me my money. Call the popo. Call the popo.
Call the popo ho. So meanwhile the guys outside figuring out what's going on. They like she
is anybody's husband here can handle this? Nope, none of them husbands do that.
They thought it was great what Anila did. Curtis like, I wish I would have got in.
Lisa said he would have added some Ciroc.
Shoot. And then Lisa Nicole really acting like she really putting on her phone like she about to call the police on the girl. Karen was like, Lisa, don't be a Karen. Like, golly, I'll pay for it.
When the white woman has to tell you not to be a Karen, then you know you're doing too much. You don't have it, Lisa Nicole? You don't have it?
$600? Come on now. Be like,
I mean, you were supposed to, go ahead and give it to her anyway. So.
Right. You got your.
Anila like, we good. I got my money.
That's it. You know.
And Lisa Nicole still didn't pay for it because Carrie paid for it.
because Carrie paid for it. Heavenly tried to put money for it, and they was like, Heavenly, did you know? She was like, I didn't know what she was doing at the time, but I
Lies, Heavenly.
she didn't know. She didn't, because Anila did come up and was like, drinks on me. I mean, and then
Because she said something, and Heavenly was like, "Girl."
she told her, but I mean, she wasn't initially in on it, but since
Yeah.
you know, since
Well,
hey,
we
I'm
here
gonna
now.
drink.
Might as well enjoy these
Yeah.
drinks.
She don't like Lisa Nicole anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So
Bartender, another round.
another one. I mean, they had good drinks on them, okay?
And took bottles with them. They all took a bottle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's all over. We get to the end and they do their little recap for the season or how it ends. And we see Heavenly on the boat that Dr. Damon bought Zachary. So Heavenly and Zachary is on this little nice boat. And it says that they are enjoying their lake house, which is nice.
I get so irritated when I see that lake house and I see how much the rent is on that compared to mine. And I'm like, this is not fair. I'm getting chipped.
Damon,
That was
like,
a nice little boat they had too.
That's like, I ain't got time for y'all nonsense. I'm taking care of my kids. We over here, shoot,
riding out on the lake.
Meanwhile, Simone and Cecil gonna forever take care of Miles. Miles ain't going nowhere.
Miles just learning how to use the shredder.
yeah, he the forever kid, you know. Simone to leave and buy her another house before Miles go anywhere. That's gonna be Miles and Cecil down in the man cave house.
I'm not even trying to be funny. Is something wrong with him? Like, is he not capable?
He's like, I think he's like Nene's older son, just ain't motivated to do nothing.
Well, that's not okay. You got to get out. Like, he would have to have a deadline.
Cecil said he ain't got to. Cecil said he wouldn't go nowhere if he ain't had to go nowhere.
Well, Cecil, you don't get a vote because she's taking care of you. Because you know you're not going to work. I don't care how many times you put on that backpack. We know you're not going anywhere to go to work. So he doesn't get to say.
And that's why Heavenly was talking about you, but we're gonna leave that alone.
Well, she wasn't wrong. That's why he was so bent out of shape about it.
Because it was the truth.
She hit him where it hurt.
Yeah, it was the truth.
Meanwhile, her and Dr. Damon over here with mansions and boats and
acres and boats and all their kids being doctors and stuff.
Their kids are off.
The baby got lines of makeup.
She probably already in the advanced college prep courses.
Right. Jackie, they show her, she like, and check that off. Now I'm on to podcasting.
Go Jackie. Go Jackie.
Jackie over there doing her thing, you know. Eugene and Toya, COVID is over. So what was over in Atlanta before it's over a lot of places.
Pretty much
we'll
everywhere.
Be over tomorrow. See, they vacationing. We are just getting off for parole.
And this is funny because down here, like, we opened earlier than the most. I would say probably because 2 reasons. Our governor opened it up, but the weather allowed us to like do stuff like eat outside and you know what I'm saying? So you could kind of go places without being stuck inside. But they was like piled up in the strip club. The strip club wasn't even closed in Atlanta. All I seen Atlanta do was pile up and have parties. So now Eugene.
Tomorrow, y'all, Michigan opening up tomorrow.
Yay.
Legally, anyway.
Yeah.
So Toya happy. She get to go on vacation again. She get to spend Eugene money again. She's on top of the world. Anila, her house is finished. You know. That
was a badass fireplace. You know. That's a whole lot of house.
I was
14.
gonna say just 14,000 square feet, just big for no. I'll get lost in a house like
When
that.
I seen Toya going down them stairs, I was like, that's not something
Girl,
I'm
there
gonna
was a
do
lot of
every day.
stairs.
You talk about Quad's place. Quad got an elevator.
Child. I got a tri-level. I probably could count the little steps, and sometimes I'll be laying down here like, oh, I don't want to go up them stairs. I can't imagine going up that many stairs, y'all.
No.
Let's see. Oh, the producers asked Toya and Eugene, why the house on the market, and Eugene said, we not talking about that. They don't want to talk about that.
Why not? And Eugene, Toya told you to say that. He couldn't even keep a straight face his damn self.
It's crazy. We're gonna find out. We already know anyway. Quad, she's still single, booty still banging, she out having fun. And then they end with Scott and Contessa, who was out on vacation with the family. You know, who was that?
See, that's what I'm talking about, Contessa. So what's the point in having these people, you know, get involved in your relationship when you listen, Contessa, like I said last week, you got 50 ways to leave your lover. If you want to stay up in there, he got the naked photos in the phone, and
Yeah.
if Scott was my man, he would have a iPhone. You know that Apple? It'll be engraved
Like
in
in
his
the- It's crazy. Functionally dysfunctional. This is what Heavenly said, and that's what they are.
She doesn't want to say anything bad about
Dysfunction.
Contessa, but that shit's crazy. And we don't have to hear any more about it as far as I'm concerned. If that's what you're gonna do, you know. And then when they showed the clips of the reunion, he looked like he was about to snatch her out the chair.
He probably did. He probably did.
They said the men ambushed the stage. So I guess that's to be continued, people. We'll see next week.
Well, I'll be looking to see if she gets snatched, y'all. That's interesting. So we almost over. We did finally made it to the reunion, y'all.
It's gonna be 3 parts. Ugh,
3 parts.
3 parts.
He probably ain't gonna snatch her to the 3rd episode. They're gonna make us wait that long.
Yeah.
Lord, we got to hear about Toya and
Toya.
getting on Anila. Other than that, there wasn't nothing else going on.
No, this was the only thing juicy that went on. Well, is Lisa Nicole there? She didn't
I
come.
was gonna say, did she show up? She don't want to
Carrie's
talk about
there,
her
though.
sex. She don't wanna
Carrie's
talk
there. You know
Carrie
what?
ain't got
Okay,
shit to say.
So just on a real quick rollback, when they were at that dinner table, she was down there crying. I was like, "You feeling some type of way, Lisa Nicole?"
Lisa
Like,
Nicole.
that shit's so
And when she-
personal.
When she asked about if do men go through midlife crisis? Yeah. Her and
She was down there just a crying. I was like, "What is she crying for?"
Josh back. Darren, we ain't
Where
seen Darren.
Darren? Darren won't be there. Is Darren coming?
Is
No,
Darren
he's with
coming?
Jamal. He's with Jamal.
All right, y'all. That's our take. Don't get mad at us. We just over here shooting shit. We'll see y'all next video. Black Ink Crew.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See y'all. Bye-bye.
Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Like my boy Dee Dee said, smash it. Drop down in the comments. Bye, y'all.